There's been a surprisingly, I think, a surprisingly short wait time for the Kazoom Power Mission series to start on this channel. If you remember, I mean, come on. I think this is going, I think this is going back some now, but I think for series 12, if any of you guys have been watching my channel for that time, since series 12 at least, I think. No, actually, it's not even since, I think series 10 even. Since series 10, there's been major delays in getting all the products shipped in for the videos. Normally there's one or two things missing, and that normally puts the channel videos delayed by like a couple of months, quite a few months even, because I remember for Kazoom Power Battle, the previous series, I remember it was only a couple of weeks before Mission came out before I was able to start doing the videos, so that was an example of it being left really, really late. However, this series here, Kazoom Power Mission, it hasn't been left until such a tight pinch this time, because this next series comes out in August, I think, so that's another May, June, July, another 4 months as opposed to it being just a few weeks. So a major improvement over the last series wait time. However, this could just be because there's less items, right? Or the fact it's not the holiday rush anymore, because the holiday rush normally means that products are out of stock because of all the Christmas buying period. However, I don't normally think that's the case. It's normally shipping errors and shipping delays and product stuff and all that. So that's normally the issue. For example, there's normally one major issue per series for me on this channel when getting all the products shipped in. Now, normally what happened with this series, earlier this year is, when the series came out, I got everything I could. Now, this was missing two important things. I was missing the Bite Attack and Multi, as you can see here, Multi. Now, the reason being is that Bite Attack came out on the 25th of March, so when the 25th of March rolled around, we bought it, but Multi was still missing. Multi is still out of stock on Amazon. So now, how come you've got one on your desk? I hear you say from the UK somewhere. Well, or Spain, because it's out of stock in Spain too, right? But basically what I managed to do is I managed to contact Magic Box Spain, and they very kindly sent me a Multi. Now this means I don't have to wait for it to come on stock on Amazon. I just contacted them directly, and they sent me one very kindly. So this is good. This means I don't have to wait on Amazon anymore, because goodness knows how long it might take until Multi comes back in stock. So, and this is weird because apparently Multi is being sold in actual physical brick and mortar stores, just not on Amazon. That's weird. And also, one more side note before we carry on with the rest of this series. I won't be buying. Oh, I know they're doing a carry case for Superthings Kazoom Power Mission. It looks like the Kazoom, it's a canister that holds Superthings. I will not be getting that. Why? Because, well, it's pretty simple, really. The minimum requirements they got on this channel is that all of the products must at least contain one exclusive Super Zing, which explains why. Well, which explains why I've got so many goddamn. Which explains why I've got so many goddamn reposed ultra rares in this box. Now, if you go onto issue.com and search for Magic Box. Actually, no, if you do a Google search for Magic Box, Magic Box Spain 2025, I think pre-catalogue it is. If you go on to issue.com, if you find the catalogue with with the first Kazoom Power Mission products in, I think it's both Kazoom Power Battle and Kazoom Power Mission. The first place we saw about Kazoom Power Mission, okay? If you go onto that catalogue, if you go all the way to the back of the catalogue, you'll see that there's a prototype CGI model, computer-generated model of the carry case. Not a final product at all. It's not real. It's a generated model. It's it's a 3D model of how the product would have looked. If you look closely, you'll see that it comes, or it would have came, with an exclusive Enigma. If that's the case, I'd have it right here. But somewhere down the line, they changed it. Magic Box changed it, so it would not come with an exclusive Enigma anymore. It now just comes with a load of overstock from their warehouses of previous series. If you go onto Magic Box Spain's official website, go to Superthings and scroll down until you see the carry case, you'll see that it just contains a bunch of overstock. This includes one hideout from unspecified series, I'm not sure if it's series 1 or 2, and one Megajet from series 4. So this means they're using the carry case to get rid of overstock, and because it comes with no exclusive characters, that means I'm not buying it, which means it's not appearing on this channel. So just so I clear that up before we get started. I mean, also one more thing for real this time. I normally do a video showing the ultra rare of the series off at the start, but I'm not doing that anymore because it's kind of pointless, because videos would only be like 5 minutes. So therefore, you can see photos of the new Professor K and the comparison to the old Professor K from Series 2 on my community page. That's the community page on this channel. So if you go on, within a few hours of this video being uploaded, I think I'm going to try and do these photos as soon as I can. You can see there's a photo of the original Professor K next to the new Professor K. There's going to be front, side and back shots of both in order to compare. That's what I did with the previous ultra rare, the Kazoom Power Battle Enigma, comparing it to the Enigma from Series 1. Right, now that is out of the way. Oh, is this light dying? I don't know. Yes it is. Yes, it's dying. Sorry, we'll have to charge it. Just not going to use it. It'll be fine without using it. It'll be fine. Go on the floor. So yeah, these are the 3 Hero Kazoom kids. We have Kid Kazoom, Multi and Air Blast. Each come with a accessory and an exclusive Super Sing rather. And they all have their own action features, which is something that this is new to Kazoom kids. Like, I mean, you'll see as we go on, but okay. We'll get on with the first one. All three will be unboxed in this video, but we've got the first one just for now. Don't put them in there, but you'll forget about them. Oh dear, oh lord, no. Oh, sorry about that. There we are. Gone out. Right, okay. We have the first one. This one is Kazoom Power Kid Kazoom. This is essentially the... Yeah, also I've watched the web series. Actually I think I will need this slide back. I think it will help a bit, otherwise it will seem a bit dark, a bit grainy on video, and that's a sign of low quality. That's helped a bit. So yeah, this is Kazoom Power Kid Kazoom. If you have a look at the design, he's got this little jacket on. That looks like a jacket at least. Now, in the TV show, because I've watched all the English episodes on ITVX Kids, and in the spoilers a bit, but this is kind of a walking spoiler because it's the whole idea, but spoiler warning, basically. In the last couple of episodes, Kid Kazoom and Kid Fury both get power-ups. Essentially, these little jackets here. These toys are kind of walking spoilers, but the only thing that changes is the fact that they get little jackets on, and that's it. That's literally it. That's the only change. They don't change their appearance at all. Basically, this is the upgraded version of the Kid Kazoom from the previous series. Yeah, I know he still looks like Kazoom Power from Series 9, but it's not Kazoom Power anymore. It's just Kid Kazoom. I know it's confusing. So if we look, it says it has a projectile launch attack. Ooh, interesting. It comes with an accessory, we'll get onto that, and one exclusive and a goal. Now the reason why it's a completely new Super Zing is because they can't use Kid Kazoom anymore, because the Kazoom Kid is now called Kid Kazoom. Because the idea before was that you had Kazoom Power as a Kazoom Kid, then you had its partner Kid Kazoom, but because the Kazoom Kid's now called Kid Kazoom, they can't use Kid Kazoom as a Super Zing. There's now got to be some new other Super Zing. That's why it's Energol in place of the original Kid Kazoom. Can I just visualize this somehow? Because I think it's coming out of my mouth. I think it's really confusing. Can we find like yeah? How here we go. So they can't use this Kazoom. They can't use this kid Kazoom anymore. Basically, so they've had to come up with a new super thing. This one and a goal. Phew, glad we got that sorted out. Right, so what's on the side? Nothing on this side. Nothing on that side apart from the barcode. What's on the back? Okay, so it tells you the accessory. It says press the button to launch. It tells you how the special attack works. Collect them all. It tells you all the other, shows you pictures of the other Kazoom kids that you can collect. Interestingly enough, it doesn't tell you their names. That doesn't feel very super thing-like, because normally it would like put their names and pictures and stuff. Maybe not like this. Maybe it's due to the packaging. I don't know, the way the packaging is shaped. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just... There's some ties on here. I'm going to try and cut these ties here to make sure I can preserve this box as much as I can. That's why I've got a pair of scissors. Just doing this off screen. Okay, like how I did with, like what I did with the Bakugan. And I've got the awfulest feeling that I've got the most terrible feeling that this doesn't want to be done quite as well as I hoped. Okay, so that's one tie off. We can take this next tie off. I don't know why I just don't do jump cuts. I suppose I just want to make sure I'm just talking, keeping my okay, video interests high. Is the entire Kazoom Kid free? Yes it is, right. Here's the Kazoom Kid, you're free mate, you're not too difficult to get out of the product at all. What will be difficult though is dealing with the accessories, because they're stuck in with plastic, so we're going to have to, there's some tape here we can cut out. You see, the thing is I want to keep this entire packaging because it's just different, you know. There's some tape on this side here. Okay. Oh, they use like 50 gallons worth of... They use 50 like loads of... They use way too much... I think they use way too much tape when it comes to this stuff. Oh, this is really difficult. Hopefully be able to use the same method of logic on the other ones to save time. Okay. Looks as if there's a little entrance at the... I don't know. These new packages, they really mystify me. I think they mystified me with the previous series of the hidden bases, I think it was. So, is there a way to deal with the tape without cutting the... I think so. Shove the scissors down then. Right, this could take a while. I might have to do a jump cut. This is probably really boring for people who are watching. I really need to come up with like a set of topics to discuss while I'm doing this stuff. It's not really going that well, is it? No. Right. Okay, so I think I've made some yeah, this has worked. This is kind of popped off in the flat. That's really confusing. Okay, so now we can take this inside part here. This little inside, this blue backing part, we can completely do whatever we need to it, because this is just unnecessary, just packing. This is basically, yeah, this is the only way I could do it, by cutting this off, but that's normal. I've got to keep this nearby for a reference on how to do it, otherwise I'm not going to remember. Okay, so we have to take these out of the packages here. Oh, well that was easy. Presumably these should just pop out somehow. Yeah, there's the super thing. Here is the accessory. Okay. Now we can have a closer look. Yeah, this is completely run out of charge. This light, hang on. Sorry, another interval. Sorry. Right, get rid of that. Right, let's have a look at this. This is, oh dear, I've just noticed there's more sorry about that. Didn't notice there was more plastic around his little projectile launching system, but we can get rid of that fairly quickly, I imagine. Sorry about that. I didn't see it. Oh dear. Actually, just want to check if the other ones I've got. No, the other ones are fine. It's just Kid Kazoom and Kid Fury's projectile launching that I've got extra packaging on the actual Kazoom kit itself. I suppose that's there to stop the missile from firing out. Right. Okay, right. Okay, now we can move on to the actual review for real this time. Here is Kid Kazoom. He does look like the other Kid Kazoom we've seen so far. There's some silver going on. The legs are articulated again, although they do... Oh, hello. Yeah, we'll get on to that. The legs do feel more rubberized, I might add. They do feel a bit wobbly. There's some glitter going on, which I do enjoy seeing in these things because it makes it look special. Of course, we have the action feature here, which you push this yellow button, yellow switch rather. I just push it in, and it shoots out this mini little projectile from his chest, like a little bullet. I think it does look a bit strange if the projectile's not in there, like it's missing something. It does, because there's like a bit of a gaping hole in there now, because it's all black and everything, but yeah, just put that in there, it'll be fine. Okay, so his accessory is the same accessory from the Kazoom Power, Superblock Kazoom Power, yeah, but it's not rubberized, it's plasticky, more plasticky. I suppose this is so he can hold it better, I think, although it doesn't seem, it just feels like you just kind of shove it on his hand and hope for the best. I really don't like that. There's no like handle movement or anything, it just feels awkward to do. But yeah, it's a Kazoom sword. It's a Kazoom sword, that's what they've been referring to it as. Also, we have the little holes in the feet, so it's compatible with other Kazoom Kid vehicles in the previous few series. And we have the exclusive Super Zing Goal now. I know his mask resembles Kid Kazoom's mask and Kazoom Power's mask, but that's because they're both model of the same character. It's meant to be a football. Again, nice clear blue glitter. I think this is what the first original Super Zing with like a kind of ultra rare finish to it, because normally only ultra rare Super Zings have got glitter in. This is not an ultra rare. This is regular, exclusive rather. So yeah, and a goal. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next character, the next Sim Kid rather, and that is Multi. Now here's Multi. She comes with a completely new Super Zing. This is Creati. There's a spinning action which we will look at now. You can press the button and her tools spin around on her head to change the tool. Collect them all. Okay, so I'm just going to use this box as a guide for how to open this one, just quickly. So the tape on the side with a face on just gets cut. That's done it. Oh, that was quick. A lot quicker than the Kid Kazoom box came open. Oh, he says completely forgetting to undo the ties on Multi herself. That's a good reviewer when he forgets to unbox the things he's supposed to be reviewing. Oh dear. Just a quick reminder, I'm not a kind of person. I think I did start off as that kind of person, but hopefully I'm improving to not be as careless when it comes to reviewing. Don't cut her cape in half, I swear to God. Looks like Multi's necktie doesn't want to... doesn't want to shift. Oh dear. This could be an issue. Can we resolve it some way? Sorry, that's the Kazoom box just dropping. Floor noise, as a dank pot would call it. Floor noise. Can we undo the ties from behind? I don't know, can we? I think we've got to take off. No, we can't, because I haven't thought about that yet, have I? Yeah, there we are. Pull her forward, undo the tie. Right, here's multi, which we will get to in a minute. And then we have to undo the super thing on the accessory quickly, which shouldn't be an issue at all. Okay, here's Creati. And the shield should be... Sorry. I know it sounds like I'm in pain, but trust me, I'm not. Just putting it on. It's called a grunt, you know, when you grunt to climb a hill or something. Okay, here is Multi's shield. Ooh, interesting. Okay, we'll get on to that in a bit. There's some awful plastic debris on this package now, so I've got to rip off as carefully as I can. There we go. Again, preserved as well as I could. There's nothing I can do about this cardboard bit, by the way. So soz about that. Right, here is a multi. This is the second multi figure we've got. I don't think multi has an upgrade. Her leg still feels rubbery though. Translucent yellow, glitter yellow, that's all good. Cape, not bad. Button, yeah, obvious purple button. The reason why is, of course, you can see the tools on her head. There's like a little spanner, claw and a saw. You push the button and it changes around. There's a hammer now. I do like that. It does give off the multi-tool aspect a bit better. What I don't understand though is when you push the button, it feels more smooth to me if you just do it like this. It feels a bit more satisfying to spin it yourself like this than just pushing the button. I don't know, that could just be my preference. Okay, so now we have the interesting shield, which is also molded with the clear yellow glitter plastic. Why is this shield interesting to me though? It spins. It takes a lot to impress me, he lied. Right, let's just stick that in her hand, hopefully without damaging anything. There we go. What I think is interesting though is that apparently in the cartoon, she can use the shield as like a hoverboard. That's interesting to me, I think. But you can't do that as a toy. There's no like little pegs or anything, probably because it's too small. But yeah, I can understand why they had to cut that out. Anyway, we have Creati next. For the final thing included in this. This is Creati. Clear yellow, glitter yellow. Kind of resembles Multi-Zing Jack in a way from Series 4, but not really. I don't know, kind of does. Feels like a combination. Feels like a combination between Multi-Zing Jack from Series 4 and Thule Kit from Series 10. Does feel like that in a way. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the last hero Kazoom kit. This is Air Blast. Air Blast is a returning character from Series 8. He originally came with the balloon boxer from Kazoom Kids, yeah, Series 8. So did the included Super Zing. The original Holo Balloon came with the balloon boxer, but this is a new Holo Balloon. See here, he comes with an accessory, rotating attack, play mode, spinning around, rotate the body to attack. So yeah, this is going to be the last one I unbox this video. Let's get on with it. cut the ties. The tie on his neck's going to be difficult to sort, I can tell. Do the tape on the left hand side of the box first. There we go. And then on the right, there's nothing we can do about the potential tearing we have to do, because this is the only way we can undo it. Then we undo the ties around his neck by pulling them forward a bit. Okay, here's air blast. And we have to completely mull the packaging again to get the other things out. Just wish they'd made this kind of collector friendly and they didn't make it so you had to mull it, but I suppose people do have their techniques for opening stuff. Okay, here's the hullaballoon. Let's get the weapon out quickly. The accessory. What did I call it? Did I call it a weapon or accessory? Here it is. Sorry. There's awful plastic. There's plastic gum from the side of the pack, which don't think this damage is as bad as the other two, but hey, it's still damaged kind of, so we still have to kind of sit through it and hope for the best. Put the scissors down. Okay, this is Air Blast. Now, I think, don't know about you, but I think this is the most unique one of the lot. Because look. Like, his entire body spins. That's his action feature. Because of his action features, this is kind of, his kit's kind of small, which I don't mind. You can't spin it like this. You can't spin it to the right, because it'll just kind of wind up and then spin back. But you can spin it freely to the left, like that. Does look kind of funny when he spins around. Of course, this means that of course you can spin the legs around too, but the legs can only be spun to the right, not the left. But yeah, well, this looks a bit weird, doesn't it? You can make him sit down and spin the legs around. That does look a bit strange. Yeah. Most strange Kazoom kid I think I've reviewed since. I mean, it's an action feature. I do appreciate the action features, but still. Okay, here is his accessory. It looks like a balloon. Hammer. It says POW on it, which he can hold in his little balloon hand. There we go. And here is Hullaballoon, the super thing, the exclusive super thing. He's got the same arms as him, look. Same like coloured arms motif there going on. Like his arms are like stripy, matching his yeah, this one's gonna be a bit of a pain to stand up. Told you. Oh god, right. Let's have a look at his back. Here's his cape. Not bad. I'm gonna do a group shot of all of the Kazoom kids since they're all nearby, and I'm going to end this video because it's 29 minutes, probably thanks to Kid Kazoom's packaging and getting used to having to unbox all that lot. So these are the Hero Kazoom kids all unboxed 29 minutes later. Not bad for a set of heroes. The action features are pretty good, although it feels like in Air Blast's case it will sabotage his display potential, because it does feel like he will fall over at any minute thanks to the spinning arms, possibly putting gravity on, not on your side. Like that. Moved him a bit, he wonked over. But yeah, as long as you don't move him, he should be fine. Oh no, here's kind of toppling now. Yeah, it's nice. I do like how they've done these Kazoom kids. Of course, as is normal with my series, the next video will be all about the villain Kazoom kids. That is Kid Fury, Trasher, and Sourbet. These will be coming in the next video, which hopefully will release, well, as soon as I'm ready. Hopefully no breaks in between. Hopefully no long breaks in between. Yeah, so until then, he's not Kid Kazoom, he's a blooming football.